Every single second, 75 McDonald's burgers are sold around the world.
Today, we are going inside one of the largest meat processing facilities in the world. It's exactly the sausage. And then
We will track the process from the farm to the freezer and finally answer the question, is it actually 100% beef? It starts here, at the loading dock, at 5 a.m.
the first thing you notice, it's not a paste. These are whole cuts of beef. McDonald's suppliers primarily use trimmings from cuts like chuck, round, and sirloin. The same cuts you buy at the grocery store. Just
before anything enters the line, it must pass the temperature test. If it's too warm, the entire truck is rejected.
Each of these bins weighs nearly a ton. They are moved swiftly to the start of the grinding line.
Notice what isn't here. No onions, no spices, and absolutely no preservatives. Just raw beef. The meat is tipped into a giant stainless steel hopper where a massive auger screw awaits. It isn't a simple kitchen grinder. It's an industrial beast designed to break down muscle fibers without destroying the texture. First, it goes through a coarse grind. The holes in this plate are large, leaving chunks of meat intact. Simultaneously, a bone elimination system separates any hard cartilage or bone fragments that might have slipped through. The result is a waterfall of coarse beef, looking more like chili meat than a burger patty. You can't just grind random cuts. A burger needs the perfect fat-to-meat ratio, usually 80-20. This infrared scanner analyzes the chemical composition of the meat in real time as it passes underneath. If the mix is too fatty, the computer triggers a dispenser to add more lean beef. If it's too lean, it adds trimmings. This ensures every single patty has the exact same juiciness, whether you buy it in Miami or Mumbai. And here is where we debunk the pink slime myth. That viral photo was ammonia-treated beef trimmings, a process McDonald's discontinued years ago.
Is just ground muscle cuts. No ammonia baths. No gray filler.
Once the ratio is perfect, the meat heads to the final grinder. This pass uses a finer plate to create the smooth, consistent texture required for a fast-cooking patty. Now, the meat enters the Formax machine. This is the heart of the operation. These machines can pump out over 5,000 patties every single minute. This ensures every burger is exactly the same weight and diameter, crucial for automated cooking later. They switch molds depending on the run, small patties for the Big Mac, larger ones for the quarter pounder. Notice again, nothing holds them together but the protein structure of the meat itself and the cold temperature. Immediately after forming, the patties begin a journey into the Arctic. Spiral freezer. Temperatures drop to minus 190 degrees Celsius using liquid nitrogen or ammonia. Flash freezing is crucial. It freezes the water inside the meat so fast that large ice crystals can't form, preserving the texture. They travel up this massive spiral for about 10 to 15 minutes. When they emerge, they are rock hard. This locks in the freshness until they hit the grill. Quality control is constant. Any patty that isn't perfectly round is rejected. Every single patty passes through sensitive metal detectors to ensure no machinery parts have chipped off. Some lines even use X-ray technology to check for remaining bone fragments one last time.
The cold chain is never broken. The temperature is monitored electronically every step of the way.
Finally, the boxes arrive at your local McDonald's.
McDonald's uses clamshell grills that cook both sides of the meat simultaneously. The patties go straight from the freezer to the grill. No thawing. With the press of a button, the top lowers. The press of a button, the top lowers. With the press of a button, the top lowers. When the grill lifts, the meat is fully cooked and food safe. This is the only time anything else is added. A mixture of salt and pepper. The meat goes into the UHC, Universal Holding Cabinet, but only for a few minutes. Meanwhile, the bun is rapid toasted to caramelize the sugars and prevent it from getting soggy.
The assembly process is like a choreographed dance. Then, a pinch of onions and the signature pickle.
If it's a cheeseburger, on goes the slice. The hot meat is placed directly on the cheese. The heat from the patty is what melts the cheese inside the wrapper.
Ready for pickup.
Even the waste is processed. Used oil is often converted into biodiesel. The process is the same, but the cows differ. In Australia, it's often grass-fed. In the US, grain-fed. The Big Mac requires a double assembly line due to that middle bun. In the future, even the grilling might be fully automated to reduce that human error. Back at the factory, the line shuts down for a massive sanitation deep clean every night. Surfaces are swabbed and cultured to ensure zero bacteria presence. Every box has a code. They can trace a specific burger back to the processing hour and the group of cattle. This system allows them to sell billions of burgers a year with consistent safety. It is real beef, but it's also high in fat and sodium. It's processed efficiency, not health food. Paired with the fries, it's a formula that has taken over the globe. To the massive grinders.
Through the Arctic tunnels.
And onto the grill.
It's a marvel of modern engineering as much as it is food. Thanks for taking this tour with us.
Which is your go-to order, the Big Mac or the Quarter Pounder? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed seeing how your food is really made, hit that subscribe button. And if you're thirsty after all those burgers, check out this video on how McDonald's Coke is mixed.
We'll see you in the next factory.